guys, how are you? I hope your morning's been fantastic. Look, it's been a really productive morning here so far, and I want to show you what else I'm going to do to get ourselves ready. So today, this next time, right now, I'm going to show you chicken korma. So chicken korma is a classic. It's been around since our TM5 days. So if you've got a 31 or a 5, you can make this. There is a TM6 version. I'm not going to worry about making it today. I'm actually going to make this one because this one makes a huge amount, which is what I want. And I want to make a double batch today. So normally this would make you, if you followed the recipe as standard, it makes just short of a litre worth of sauce, and then you put 1 litre and 1 kilo of normally chicken. But of course, this doesn't have to be chicken. This can be whatever you've got. This could be paneer, this could be halloumi, this could be veggies, this could be lamb, this could be whatever you like. So I'm just making the sauce. I'm going to show you how to do that. I have started this recipe though, and I've got some shortcuts. So do come along, I'll show you how to do this. Now, normally in this recipe, it asks for you to add some amazing spices, and it asks you to cook it off in oil for 5 minutes. Okay, do say hi if you're watching today, by the way. Love to know what you're up to if you feel like sharing. So I have already cooked off this, and it's a double batch, okay? And it just gets really fragrant. It's absolutely beautiful. And then it tells you to put it aside. This is going to come back in later and be blitzed up as part of the mix. The other thing then it asks you to do is clean and dry the mixing bowl and mill down some almonds. Now I've actually got cashews. I've used sunflower seeds before. I've used walnuts. It's a thick nut. It doesn't particularly matter what you use because it doesn't really have a flavour. It's more that it thickens up the final product. Now my biggest takeaway tip for you guys today is do this first. You cannot mill down almonds with a wet bowl. So if you do it as per recipe, where it says to cook off this beautiful stuff, then clean and dry mixing bowl to mill this, seems back to front. So first tip of today is you put in your almonds, you mill them down, take them out. No need to clean the bowl. Cook off as per recipe then your spice mix, and then keep going with your recipe. Then there's no need to wash the bowl between any of your steps. How cool is that? So I am doubling those. If you're looking at this going, that's a lot, it's because I'm doubling. I want to make 2 packets worth for the freezer. So what am I up to? I'm up to now the main part of the recipe. So I've done the 5-minute cook off of the beautiful spices. See, transfer to a bowl and set aside. Clean and dry mixing bowl. Don't do it. No need. It's only had oil. Oh, here we go. That's why. Clean and dry mixing bowl, because I want you to mill the almonds. Remember though, we're going to mill almonds first. So then it's not a clean and dry issue. Okay, and now here we go. So those almonds are supposed to stay in the bowl. I'm not going to worry for the moment. I'll put them back in later. So first things first is 3 teaspoons of garlic paste. Don't have garlic paste. I'm on the shortcut version. I'm using my garlic granules. So I'm going to put in 6 teaspoons of my granules. They dried out a bit, which is quite typical. Onions and garlic, you'll always find, absorb the moisture from the air really well. So if you ever have the powders and stuff, you'll find they go solid really quick. I still do use them from solid. I just break them up and chuck them in. Okay, ginger paste. So you guys saw me a couple of months back now. We picked all our 3 kilos of ginger and 4 kilos of turmeric and something crazy out of our garden, and I made a whole lot of paste and I put it in the freezer. This has been out defrosting. It hasn't defrosted quite as far as I need it to yet. You can see I get a little bit, but I certainly can't get what I need, 4 teaspoons, so a tablespoon worth. So I will come back to this later, and I'll probably add this in off camera later because I just can't get enough of it out of the jar yet. So, oh, by the way, funny thing, hubby saw all these pastes in the freezer, and they've got on the lid GNT paste. He's like, why have we got gin and tonic paste in the freezer? I'm like, garlic and turmeric. Love garlic and turmeric. Oh, hello, Colinda. You're making garlic paste this morning. That sounds amazing. All right, 1 brown onion cut into halves, approximately 120 grams. So I've actually got a 1.5 onion because that's what I've got. Just use what you've got here. Okay, insert the lid. So yes, I'll come back later and put my ginger and turmeric paste in, and therefore I don't have to put turmeric in later at that step where it's going to ask for turmeric. Okay, 3 seconds speed 5. Let's chop it off. Chop it off. Chop it down is what I should have said, not chop it off. Scrape down the sides with spatula, and now we're adding some cumin, 3/4 of a teaspoon of cumin. Let's have a look at that chop. Love the chop in the Thermomix. How cool is that? So I need to add twice that, so 1.5 teaspoons of cumin. Love cumin. I remember being introduced to cumin by some good friends of ours when I was a young adult. I'd never had it before, and they made it with potatoes, roast potatoes, and it was absolutely amazing. It's been part of our pantry ever since. 1 teaspoon of coriander. Now, you guys know I'm not a coriander lover, but coriander ground is different. It's the seeds, it's not the greenery, so it tastes amazing. Don't skip it out. I will be skipping the turmeric because my turmeric's already in this. So a teaspoon of salt. Did I bring the salt in with me? Nope, I'm going to do that off camera because it's out on the bench outside. Kashmiri chili powder. So this is the only thing that gives it a little bit of a bite in this recipe. And Kashmiri is a super mild chili powder. So it's actually quite a very mild curry. If you were going to try and use normal chili powder, a pinch. Okay, hear me out, only a pinch. Korma is not supposed to be knock your socks off hot. It's supposed to be super mild. And the Kashmiri is a mild chili. It's made on like a capsicum chili, so it's not potent like chili powder. So if you don't have Kashmiri, just the tiniest pinch of normal chili powder, okay? 1 tablespoon of oil. I had a little bit of oil residue left in the bowl because I just cooked off the spices. So doing it in that reverse order of almond meal first, put the almond meal aside, then cook off spices without cleaning the bowl, then just continue on. Okay, now what I do need to add back in though is the almonds, because they would have left the almonds in straight after the milling step. So there we go, on with the lid, 6 minutes. Now, I'm going to actually add another 3 minutes because I'm making a double batch. So I'm going to take this up to 9 minutes and let that cook off for 9 minutes. Now, after this is cooked off, it's super simple. The next steps, let me just tell you, I love this recipe by the way guys, amazing recipe, so versatile. The onion is getting me again. It's the day for the onions today. So once this is cooked off, we're adding, and it says some cream. So we've got, now I'm not using cream, you'll see me using my coconut cream, some water, and some tomato paste, okay? Don't know why my label's gone crazy, but anyway. These 2 ingredients go in and it blends it down. It blends it just loosely. It's 5 seconds, speed 6. Then we're going to add in our beautiful spice mix that smells absolutely amazing. It's been cooked off. By the way, I use fresh bay leaves because I don't have dried. It doesn't really matter. Well, I haven't found it's mattered in the past. And then it actually cooks it off. And at the very end of the cook time, it asks you to blend it down till it's silky smooth. At that point in time is where I will be taking out 2 lots of batches and I will be freezing them. Okay, so that's because you'll see the next step is add chicken and cook. Now I will show you that cook step when we go to use these leftovers that are in the freezer. Not leftovers, these packets. Okay, when they're in the freezer, I'll get them out. I'll show you through the week how to use them. But you don't add the chicken until you're ready to use the meal. And I'm going to show you that at a later date. It won't be today. So that is how we make chicken korma, and it is so simple. Okay, you've seen this part here. I didn't show you this. Just put in what it tells you to put in, and you'll be fine. Okay. If you don't have what are these called? Cinnamon pods, cinnamon sticks. Just put a teaspoon of cinnamon powder in. It'll work just as well. So don't stress over that. But otherwise, guys, I would highly recommend you give this recipe a go. It is beautiful. It is tasty. You will never go out and buy Indian again because you'll know what it tastes like to have authentic stuff that's got no nasties, no MSG, nothing like that in it. And literally, you can flat pack it or you can put it in a jar, okay? But let me just talk to you about freezing and storing. If you put it in a jar, this is the problem you have. When you go to use it, that would take me all day to defrost and it may not still be soggy, right? If I flat pack it in one of the awesome bags from the mix shop and it's only that high, I can leave that out in about half an hour, 45 minutes, maximum of an hour. That will be pliable and I can put in my Thermomix to reheat it, or I could even put, I think these are oven proof. I could be taking the top off, putting it in the oven and reheating it. And because it's flat packed, it defrosts super quick. So that's just a little tip around that. If you like the idea of getting super organized on a weekend and having things in storage in the freezer or fridge, freezer is what we're particularly talking about here now, flat is your way to go because this takes ages to defrost. This takes no time. And even if you're in a hurry, hot water in the sink, this is still going to be solid in the middle, even in hot water in a sink. Okay, so there's a little tip to help you with that as well. I'm actually feeling like showing you guys the next step and just shortcutting this a little bit. Should I or should I not? I'm just sacrificing a little bit of flavour on the onion and garlic, aren't I? By cooking it and stopping early. Oh my goodness, it smells amazing. I'd love to know in the comments, have you made korma? Please do comment if you've made this korma. This has been around, as I said, since TM5 days. So if you go to 31 or 5 or 6, you can make this recipe. It is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right, I might shortcut it. I'm going to give it forward 50 seconds because then hopefully it'll give you the confidence to give it at home. Give it a go at home, because this is why I do these videos. I want you guys to realise how achievable and easy it is to make amazing food in your Thermomix. I am a happy Thermomix consultant. If you go, wow, I tried something new and wow, it was amazing and I did it. I'm so pleased to see that. At the moment, I've got somebody who's sending me through some beautiful gluten-free pastry recipes. They have mastered gluten-free. I'm so proud that you can do that, and that's what it's all about. I feel like a little, I don't know, mother hen or something, and I'm like, yay, you're doing it. And that's what it's all about. You know, it's you being able to take your Thermomix to the next level, be confident at that, and be able to do what you want to do and need to do to feed yourself and your loved ones without stress. Without going, oh no, I can't eat that because, or I can't do that because I don't know how. So that's what it's all about, is showing up so you guys can get more out of your Thermomix, because I know there's so much more that can be done. And even I'm still learning. I love that, 7.5 years and I'm still learning more about my Thermomix. All right, I'm going to shortcut this. You guys know I do that all the time. You know what? In your kitchen though, you would just walk away and it's going to call you back and to dingle at you when it's done, yeah? So it's just that I'm on a live and I can't walk away because you guys don't want to watch a blank kitchen. All right, so I'll just show you what's happened in there. You can see that's all beautiful cooked off in there. I don't have enough turmeric in there and ginger still. I will just add that as it defrosts a bit more. Or I might even, if worst case scenario, I'll actually just chuck a couple of teaspoons in the top of my freezer base so that I can it'll absorb in then when I reheat, because it'll just be a liquid. So when you're going to cook this off, when you do go to use it, it's going to come up to boil so that you can add then your chicken in or whatever protein to cook off. Okay, it does need to be boiling though. You don't want to be trying to cook, especially with a protein, you don't want to be cooking your protein off if it's only at 60 degrees. You want to be rapidly boiling for your protein then to cook off well and serve it up. But I am looking forward to next week showing you some tips, because I want to show you how you do that with the rice at the same time. So you can cook your rice, cook your curry, cook your protein in there and have it all done in one go. Okay, 300 grams of water, not 300, 200, and I'm doubling it, so 400. Yep, a bit more. Okay. Then we've got 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. That was not a big enough one. Actually, I'm doubling. I have to keep reminding myself I'm doubling and I keep forgetting. Alright. Alright, I'm with the lid. And now it's going to mix this through for a second. It'll also then clean that stuff up off the sides as it mixes through. Speed 6 for a couple of seconds. So anyone watching, have you made the korma? Let us know. It has to be in this version or the TM6 version. There we go, it's blended through. Okay, add your reserved spice oil mix. I'm just going to show you this. Look at that colour. It's yum, 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 yum. Alright, got to remember mine doesn't have enough turmeric in it yet as well. Okay, so now we're going to blend, we're going to cook this off and then it's going to blend. And can you believe it? After 6 minutes cook time and a 1 minute blend time, it's done if you want to store it up. If you're going to store half, then pour out your half. Just have a look up the back of your bowl. At the moment it is, with a double, it's about 1.5. So I'm going to pour out about 750 mils. Put that in your bag and leave the other half in here, and then just make sure you cook it as per the recipe, which is, let me just check, 15 minutes to 17 minutes with your chicken in it. So obviously if you're doing paneer or halloumi, things like that, they don't cook like that. But go check out one of those recipes. The paneer curry is amazing. Go check that out if you need to know how to cook it, if you're using something alternative to chicken. All right, so I'm going to spin this up. I'm going to love you and leave you. I will share a picture of it when it's done so that you can see what it looks like. It won't be in with the chicken. It'll be bagged up, ready for the freezer. And I'm just about ready to share with you guys the picture from the veggie pasta from this morning as well, because that's ready to go, flat pack. It's cooling on the bench a little bit. Have a great day, guys. I will be back later. I've got more paprika chicken, I think, is coming up next. So, yeah, going to make the sauce, so that's ready to go as well, because that one's going to be absolutely beautiful. So, take care, and I look forward to seeing you later. Do hashtag replay. If you are coming on later and watching the replay, I'd love to know you're watching the replays and that you're learning more about your Thermomix out of it. And do reach out if I can help you with a demo or anything like that. Otherwise, take care, and I'll talk soon. Bye, guys.